Hello. Can you hear me? Hopefully the sound is going to be better this time. You can hear me now better, Paula? Let me know if you can hear it clearly before I speak anymore. Oh, clearly? No problem at all? The volume's good, no reverberations? Oh, good, good, good. All right. So let me just clear out this other stream that I had. I have my laptop on and my phone so that I can see locusts. Yeah, I thought I heard something weird in the beginning, and then I cut the volume down on my laptop because I didn't know if I was getting some kind of feedback there. All right, so I think what I'm going to do, and hopefully Craig, and I know somebody else was there, some mystery person was also there. Hopefully they'll come back and join us. So I'll just go back and I'll start back from the beginning then. I've just canned that last recording. Okay, so Paula, what I was saying is, if you have a piece of paper and a pen, get a piece of paper and a pen because today's reading is really powerful reading, and I have some questions that I want you to sit with and reflect on and see how it fits for you, okay? And also while you're getting that, what I want you to do, I saw in the other live that you had a question. So what I want you to do is send the question to Shubh Temple 510, which is the handle of the YouTube channel, at gmail.com. And then when I read the messages the day before, and if I have a specific question to pick a card. Now, if it's a question about the reading, then feel free to type it in the chat box. But if it's like something like a specific question that you have, like for your own personal life, that is not really about the daily reading, you can just send it to the email address I gave, and then I can pick a card, a specific card for you, and then I can read it during the live. So I'm gonna wait just a couple more minutes and see. Let me know, Paula, when you have a pen and paper, and I'll go ahead and get started. Hopefully that'll give time for Craig to find us and whoever else was here, the mystery person. Okay, you're ready. Perfect. Okay. So first I'm going to show all three cards, and then we're going to talk a little bit about individually what they mean, and then we're going to get to the meat of what they all mean together. Okay, so first we have the King of Wands. It has to do with creative energy. Okay, and he's basically a master of creative energy and attracting all the resources. Okay, then secondly, we have the Eight of Wands. So realize that we have two wands. So we're going to be dealing with a lot of passion, creative energy. It's a fire element. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And then finally, and this is why I wanted you to have the paper and a pen, we have the Tower. And the Tower is an extremely powerful card that's in the deck. And I know a lot of times people have fear around this card, but there's really nothing to be afraid of. It's a powerful energy that clears away like old systems, so we can create a new. And so we'll get it more deeply into that. So first we'll start with this King of Wands. So the King of Wands is an energy. He is a master of what he's creating in his life. And one of the big reasons that he's very powerful is that he's very charismatic. He has a lot of confidence in himself. He has this quality that he's very lit up, and he has let go this desire to fit into a crowd, and instead he's so committed and so passionate about what he is creating in his life and where he is going, that people are very attracted to that. Okay, so I want you to remember this quality. We're going to circle back around to it. Now, the Eight of Wands is this Eight of Wands, very, very powerful. It's a fast moving energy. So the Eight of Wands is basically telling us that all of the blockages, the mental constructs that have been holding us back from taking action, those are gone. And it's saying now is the time. If there has been anything, any project, anything that you had been wanting to take forward action on, but there was something heavy that was holding you back, a fear or someone else maybe that was, weighing that situation down. This is saying that if you can trust yourself and just let go of that very last bit of doubt that you may have been holding on to and just start taking the baby steps, you're going to find that the universal energies are going to be there, and you're going to really make a lot of forward progress. So that's what those Eight of Wands is, that creative energy, the fire, the passion. It's just saying let go of that tiny little bit of doubt that you've been holding on, and start to take action on maybe a vision that you've been imagining but you haven't quite been ready to move forward on. Now finally, I'm going to put those in perspective of this Tower. So you're going to look at collectively and then also personally where this fits in with you. We are coming into a time where, and it's already starting to come about, but we're walking into a time that it's going to be even more apparent as time goes on and on. But everything is going to be stripped away, and old ways of being, we are creating, there's a new energy, a new world that we are creating. And so we are seeing all kinds of things around the world breaking down, old systems, governments, all kinds of things that are breaking down. Now, all three of these cards being put together, this King of Wands is asking you, let go, be mindful, and of course be aware of what the collective is saying around you, but also go within yourself and always keep your energy focused on wanting to know what is true for yourself. Know it for yourself, okay? And trust your own intuition, and trust that place that the situation is showing you where you are. So you can learn about yourself based on what you see collectively. And I think, you don't need me to tell you, there's so many things, especially if you watch the news. I barely watch, actually when I say barely, I never watch the news. I just, sometimes on social media, I see all of these really big things that are coming out, and people are debating them. But as long as you keep your energy balanced within yourself and ask yourself, what is the truth? Because you're going to find all kinds of groups of people are going to be saying all kinds of things. Let go of that desire to want to fit in and find your own, this truth. Come to know this truth for yourself, so that you're not going to be manipulated and controlled, that you're able to stand firmly and be balanced and be able to take the right action when you need to, okay? So this Tower is going to start stripping away. Collectively, you already see that, but ask yourself personally, What are the things falling apart in my life? It could be a relationship just exploded. It could be you could have lost your job. It could be something maybe not so dramatic, something that is something that you thought was stable and secure. It could be just dissolving right before your very eyes. So, like I said, sometimes people have a fear of this card, but it's really there. It's meant to purify, and it's actually creating space to allow a new creation. You know, this is one aspect of Shiva, the destroyer. So everything that's impure, everything that's not serving you, look at those things and ask yourself. Also, this card could, the Tower, could signify a loss of status, a falling of grace. And I think what resonates most with me is there is a quality of enlightenment. So it is destroying all of these things, these obstacles, these ways of being, these structures. It's collapsing those, and it's leaving nothing that is the truth. It's there to bring you some form of enlightenment, okay? And it is also meant to bring you freedom. So this Tower card is not a punishment or something bad that's happening to you. It's something that's meant to purify and bring freedom. So all of these structures, all of these systems, all of these old paradigms, ways of being that are no longer serving you individually, and we definitely see how things are falling collectively. We're seeing how it serves us. So here are my questions, finally. These are the questions that I was talking about, that I want you to write down and reflect on, meditate on these today. And that is, are you going within yourself for guidance and truth, or are you being distracted and influenced by what you see? It could be your friends, your family, the media, okay? So take a minute, write that question down. And hopefully you guys can hear me clearly still. Okay, so here's the second question. What are you envisioning for yourself that you need to begin to take action on? What is something that you really want to do that your heart has been calling, and everything is in alignment? Your mind's not blocking you anymore, but there is just a very small lingering bit of resistance, or maybe a tiny bit of anxiety, tiny bit of doubt. What is something that's, and it's probably something that you've been wanting to do or thinking about for a long time. So I want you to sit today in meditation and ask yourself, because this is a really good time, if it's something that you've been thinking about. You don't have this mental resistance, but there's just a tiny bit of doubt, anxiety, fear. What is it that you can take a small baby step? Because if you can take these very small steps, you're going to find that the universal energies are there to support you, and you're going to move things very, very quickly. Okay? And then the last question is, are you trying to fit into the crowd? And when I say, are you trying to fit into the crowd, from it could be with a friendship, a circle of friends. It could be within your family. It could be within a society, a popular public opinion. Question related to, I see, what is RE? Question related to RE. I think it's a typo. If you could clarify that for me, Paula. But are you being distracted with trying to fit in with the crowd, or are you afraid of their opinion? Because it maybe what the crowd, what the collective, what is the truth for them may not be the truth for you. Are you able to stand firmly and solidly? Sure. Go ahead, Paula. So are you allowing yourself to be influenced by public opinion or a circle of friends? Are you free? Are you truly free to find and know the truth for yourself? Okay? Or are you being influenced by because you want to be accepted, you want to fit in so much that you doubt yourself? Okay? So these things are really important for you to consider. Why? Because like I said, in a lot of the readings that I've been doing, they all support this understanding and this awareness that the world, and you can see it, you don't need me to say it, because we can see all of these things unfolding. And Paul, I'm waiting for your questions, so you can type it in anytime. So we can see very clearly whether my reading resonates. You can see there's so many things if you just cut on the news. And honestly, it doesn't matter now where you are in the world. I feel like every country and collectively, globally, we have all of these situations that are happening. So it's really important that we do the inner work and we find out where we are in relationship so that we can be free. And these tower moments, the tower moments feel heavy and they feel hard only when we are resisting the forward movement, when we're resisting the change, when we're fighting against the natural flow. Okay, so that's why I really want you guys to reflect on this reading today, because it's going to make a huge difference of whether your life feels tough, hard, struggle, or this tower card could mean that you're just allowing everything that's not real, true, liberating, these kind of things. And those are the things that block us, is this need to fit in, to look externally. I sent, can you see? You've been guided to Ishtar or Inanna, which is new. Okay. 8 of Wands is great for manifesting. What God got us, can I work for manifesting? Can I work? Okay, I'm going to tell you how your question's resonating with me. And if you need to clarify something, just let me know, Paula, okay? Okay, so clearly, the 8 of Wands is great for manifesting, yes. What God or Goddess can I work? So here's the thing. Now, the people here in India, this is going to be easy for them to understand, and I think it will for you too, Paula. So, you know all of the gods and goddesses, they're just manifestations and energies of the One. So the thing is, whichever God, Goddess, this higher energy form that's resonating with you, okay, that's the key. this energy form that's resonating with you. And I keep saying this word truth, okay? What God, Goddess, being, angel is coming through at the moment for prosperity. Well, the easiest one, because, so the thing is, I want to connect you to your own energy, because, when you say prosperity, well, for me, I'm in India, that's Lakshmi, okay, the goddess Lakshmi. But the thing is that spirit is always going to talk to you through whatever your cultural understanding or awareness is in that time, okay? So for me right now, Lakshmi's coming because I've been making a lot of mantras and all of these things. So I think that for you, Paula, is if you keep asking a question from your guides. See, in our Western culture, we tend to think of, in Eastern culture, they think of gods and goddesses are there to guide and to give prosperity and all of these things. But I think for you, if you open yourself to just asking what is there for you, okay, then whatever energy form, because you hear all of these spiritual teachers and they say it all the time, and it's true. Like a lot of times we align ourselves when we're channeling energy. It's an energy form that we understand through our own cultural lens and our own voice and our own language. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, Lakshmi. So Lakshmi here would definitely, I don't know if her energy resonates with you. Hi, Bill. But I think as far as prosperity, it's whatever energy. For a lot of people, it's just like Western people, it's just Christ consciousness. Okay, so I think it depends on what your understanding is. And the thing is by going inward and asking for help from your guides, because it's totally true. We all have our ancestors, we all have, and when I say the word guru, try to think of the word guru from a really broad perspective. But we all have all these beings of light. They're always surrounding us, and they always are wanting us to ask the question. But we have to ask it. They can't force anything on us. But whatever you truly, truly seek to know from your heart and you ask from your guides, it can come in the form of angels, can come in the form of whatever. They're going to present themselves to you in a way that you can clearly understand. Ganesha, yeah. Shub's been doing a lot of Ganesha chants. I don't know if you've been following the... Shub's on a chanting Hanuman, Ganesha. We've been putting out a lot of mantras, a lot of chants on our channel. So if you guys are curious about that, 44 and 444, yeah. And honestly, see these angel numbers. Angel numbers don't resonate with everyone, but for the people that it resonates with, it lets you know that you're on the right track. So I think the thing that is helpful, that we can all resonate with, is that when I say the word resonance with truth, and when you know it, you know it. That's the beauty, and it can come from a lot of different guides. Okay? 1111. So that's the beauty. And that's the thing I think about being in India versus the United States, is that you realize it's all just energy, but we understand it through our own culture. And sometimes as Western people, we get resistant to this idea of gods and goddesses, but it's all manifestation of the one. And so we see it in Saraswati, Lakshmi, Ganesha, all of these energy forms. And it's so It's really to help us, but it all comes from one source. So I hope I answered your question. Do you need to give me some clarity on the question, or did you feel like I answered it thoroughly? Yeah, so I think just to wrap up today's reading is be aware. You can know what's happening on a collective level. You're going to see a lot of destruction happening, like we were talking about Shiva earlier, the destroyer. But you don't need to be afraid of this tower, because when things blow up and when they explode, you see all these big things happening. It's basically clearing the way for something even more beautiful, for something that's more in alignment, old ways of being. So if you can just open yourself and always stay connected to your own truth. Hear what everybody's saying around you. Be open. Be non-resistant. Hear what they say. Practice compassion instead of resisting, instead of wanting to fight back, or instead of trying to convince somebody else that your way is the right way. Just allow things to dissolve, to explode. Sometimes it might look violent. Yes. Sometimes it might look, but if you can just keep going inward, and just keep asking, what is the truth? I don't know if you guys have been following my Facebook page. Shubh and I were making posts, and we try to keep everything very neutral. We were just talking about, like, it's important to keep compassion in everything. And we don't tell anybody what they should believe is right, wrong, good, or bad. The thing is that as we are moving forward, we want to stay connected to what's true. Whatever we see happening, go within yourself and know what is true. And this King of Wands is just telling you, be confident. Be confident in your own inner guidance. It's your inner guidance is always there for you. All you have to do is just keep asking. Be a truth seeker. Keep seeking the truth, and your guidance is always there. And this is the right time, like in this Eight of Wands. It's the right time if you've had this vision, something that you're called to do, that you might have just a little bit of anxiety, a little bit of doubt. It's a great time because you don't have these mental blocks anymore. Now's the time to just start taking very small baby steps in faith and trust, and you will come to find the it's already aligned. The universal energy is there waiting for you just to take some action on it. Okay? But this is a great time we are coming into. And if we're not fully connected inside and going in, it can look scary, but there's no need to be afraid, because it's a cleansing. It's a cleansing of everything that's not true, everything that's not just. And just keep that faith and that belief, cultivate that belief and the faith. And as you stay confident and you stay connected with your own guidance, and you know truth, because the truth sets you free. Okay? So the truth brings a lightness. The truth brings a faith. So sometimes you hear people say, this is quote unquote the truth, and it's something very, very heavy, and it's something that's very, very condemning. So you just want to ask yourself, is that kind of energy an energy that's setting you free, or is it not? And these are things that no one else can tell you. It's something that we all have to ask ourselves and go within ourselves. And the other thing is, we have to respect. We're all on a different spiritual journey. So that's the other thing too, is we are more confident in ourselves and where we're going. We'll always attract the right people to us. So that's what this King of Wands is all about. Letting go the need to fit in with the crowd, and just know your truth, speak your truth, stand in your truth. Okay? And then you will find that your path, it's much more smooth, even though you may be doing something totally different than what the collective energies or these groups of people are doing. You may be doing something not popular, but it's something that you feel on fire. You are lit up because you know you are totally in alignment. You know that everything that you're doing is in total alignment, and you are staying really connected with your guidance. Thank you, Bill. And that's true. God is truth. Love is truth. You're truth. That's true. Yes, and we have to respect. We have to respect each other's truths. So my part to play is to support you in being and knowing and expressing your own truth. And my truth can be different than your truth, but they can both be beautiful, and we can both co-create together. It doesn't mean that we have to fight. There are ways that we can be harmonious. There are ways that we can create more beauty and harmony and understanding, compassion in the world. So sometimes the differences, that's what makes us beautiful. And so the more we can try to at least find that place of compassion and want to find understanding and help each other ask the right questions. You know, I think that that's a very good place to be. And this is going to be the way of the future, because we are becoming a global family. And we see it coming together now, but it's going to be like this for generations to come. So the sooner that we get ourselves aligned with this energy and this new world, the new earth, as a lot of people are calling it, then the easier our life is going to be. Okay, so thank you guys for being here with me today. And Paula, if you had like a specific question, you want me to pull a card, I will, after tomorrow's reading, you just stay on and I'll answer. I'll pick a card, and I'll give you a reading and an answer to your specific question for your life situation. Okay? Have a wonderful day, guys. Namaste.